Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Football Fignuts podcast. This is Season 9, Episode 13. If you counted all of them from the very beginning, it's 363 episodes. I'm Craig.
And I am Britt.
And Britt is back this week after a week off.
Yeah, I literally took a week off of non-work related computer shit. I didn't record my other podcast. I didn't record this podcast. I think I streamed once in like 10 days. I was just like, I need a mic break. Is what I need. I need a mic break.
That happens. That happens.
It absolutely does. And we are going to discuss tonight the weirdness. We are going to give the NFL a trimester report card because we're 6 weeks in, which is essentially a third of the way through the regular season. And we have some thoughts. But first, let's start where we always start. Craig, what are you drinking tonight?
Tonight, since I haven't had it on the podcast yet, I don't think. No, I didn't because I haven't put in the music. I have a Rosemary's Baby in a bottle.
Yes, Craig. This weekend is Rosemary's Pumpkin Fest.
Yes.
And we are going.
Yes.
And
Exciting.
for those who are not local, we'll give the bump to Two Roads here because they were kind enough to host us earlier this year. But Rosemary's Pumpkin Fest is just that. It's an outdoor event, and the weather's supposed to be gorgeous. It's supposed to be like 50 to 60 degrees the whole time we're there.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think the low is like 53. But from 4 to 9 p.m., they turn the hop yard at their campus into like this pumpkin patch kind of mayhem. One of our favorite local bands, a band called Get Lit, is playing at 4 o'clock. There'll be pumpkin carving contest. There's a mummy wrapping contest. Which I'm thinking about volunteering you for.
Cool.
Or maybe we'll get one of our wives to stand up there and we can wrap her.
Yeah, probably not going to happen. We can try, but it probably won't happen.
But I mean, well, one of them would have to participate in the wrapping. So,
True.
But as essentially how fast can you wrap somebody in toilet paper, or how completely can you wrap them in toilet paper in under a minute kind of thing. But there's pumpkin carving, there's the mummy wrapping, and then it's going to end with a screening of The Ring. I have never seen The Ring.
Me either. I actually have not seen it.
I don't like horror movies, generally speaking. So, are you a horror movie guy?
I enjoy them, but like with everything else, like it takes me forever to find the time to watch something. So
yeah,
I'm terribly behind in many things of watching.
So the good news is where they are doing this festival, there is a dedicated fire pit, like a gigantic, like 4 foot by 4 foot, so 16 square feet area that's dug out, filled with sand, and the odds are they're going to toss in like 6 pallets into this thing and just light them on fire. So my plan is to go and enjoy the festival, and then when they start The Ring, put my chair back to the screen and sit in front of the fire and just drink me a Rosemary's Baby like Craig is drinking right now.
Good plan. That's a good
This
plan.
is a plan. I'm excited for this plan, but yeah, we're going there. But so what do you think of this year's Rosemary's? You have been, critical is the wrong word, but you have been a Rosemary connoisseur. And there have been years where you have questioned whether or not it's a decent blend because it does change year to year because it's aged in rum barrels.
This is true. This last year I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay.
This year I haven't had it on tap yet, so I do have to reserve.
It's fantastic off tap.
I have to reserve my final thought, like when we're there, Saturday. But
God, they better be serving it right.
I would hope so because that's the whole theme, right?
It's a fucking pumpkin fest. They've got.
But no, this year I like it more. There's more rum. Now, what's weird is when the first time I had this year, the taste to me was a little off. Like it was like too much vanilla for me.
Okay.
But this 6-pack I bought this past week tastes more the way I was expecting it to taste, and there's more of a rum taste to it, which I prefer. So yeah, this new 6-pack, I am enjoying it.
So for folks who don't know the story of Rosemary's Baby, it is the pumpkin ale that Two Roads puts out every year. And the way they make it is very specific. And it also adds a little mystery into the taste. So they brew this pumpkin ale, then take half of the pumpkin ale and they put it into, it's actually kind of made in 2 batches, from what I understand. The first batch is then put into into rum barrels and aged with vanilla and rum barrels for like a couple months. Mm-hmm. While that's aging, they brew another batch of the base ale so that when it's done aging, it's actually 50% rum barrel aged and 50% fresh brewed. That way it's not super rummy. It doesn't taste like you're drinking like straight rum, because if you've had barrel aged beers before, they can take on a lot of flavor from the barrels. A lot.
Yeah. Yep.
And so this way they kind of mute it a little bit. So it's a very complex system in terms of beer making and aging. But because of that, it does vary year to year, because the aging could be different. The barrels they use can be different. There's a lot of factors that, if you get Jacko from Sam Adams, it's going to taste the same year after year after year, because it's the same tanks with the same recipe and the same people and the same water. Roads Mary's Baby is not that way because of the barrel aging being a unique part of the process. So it's always a year to year thing. I don't have any Rosemary's in the house right now, so we're about to crack open. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was a good snap, I think. This is a beer from where's the name?
Somewhere. Don't spill
it. Hop Butcher from Chicago, Illinois. And this beer is an IPA called Dun Dun Dun, or if you're old like me, Dun 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 Dun. This is an award-winning double IPA made with Amarillo, Citra, and Galaxy. It's a double. It is 7.5% proof. My wife obtained this yesterday in Grand Central Station at a place that Craig turned us on to, like 10 years ago at this point?
It was before COVID, but I don't remember when.
You were talking about it before COVID. I don't think we started stopping there until like 2021, 2022, but now it's a must stop in Grand Central Station in New York, which is where all the local trains come and go. So being in Connecticut, that's where we want to go to New York City. We take a train, an hour and a half. That's where we end up. There's a bunch of shops in there, but there is a small booth with a gigantic fridge. It can't be more than 50 square feet, this tiny little booth.
No, it's
like
little.
A newsstand.
Yeah.
It's like a newsstand size.
Yes.
But they get beers from all over the fucking US, and it changes constantly. And they get stuff you can't find in Connecticut or other places in New York. So every time we go there now, we stop and we bring stuff back. Well, my wife was there yesterday. She's on vacation. She went and did some museums. She ate some German food at a beer house she found. And she comes back and she says, I brought you 3 beers. And this one she held up. She went, I honestly bought this because of the name.
Hey, sometimes you have to.
You know what? You just do. So, all right, here we go. We're going in.
All right.
The first sip of Dun 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 Dun.
And it's like Law and Order beer. No, it's only 2 duns.
Yeah, that's a Dun Dun. This is Dun 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 Dun. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. The taste profile is changing.
Uh-oh. It's like Willy Wonka.
It's very juicy up front. Not like thick New England IPA juicy, but the flavor is there. Ooh, wow, it's changing a third time. God, give me a second. So it's juicy up front without being like, the problem I have with New England's is you put them in your mouth and you feel like you have a mouthful of juice sometimes, right? Yes. The super juicy ones are so thick and so dank. This is not thick and dank, but the flavor is very juicy. And then it just kind of fades away and you get this wave of like really nice hop balance that says you just drank an IPA. And then about 15 seconds after that, your mouth goes Sahara dry. And you just think to yourself, bro, I told you it was an IPA. So yeah, it's like a trick-or-treater at your door. You open the door and it's a pineapple and he goes trick or treat, and you say trick, and he rips off his head, and he goes, ha ha, I'm fucking Hops, bitch. And then you're like, oh, okay. And he goes, but wait, I'm not really Hop. I'm Ultra Hops. And now you're dry. Trick's on you, bitch. That's what this beer just tastes like. It's very good. Very good. Very complex flavor palette.
Good.
I'm going to say it's a 4.5.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good. It's from Bedford Park, Illinois, which is just outside Chicago. It's a suburb of Chicago. So it says I should expect white peach, orange blossom, and musky tropical fruit. What the hell is a musky tropical fruit?
Guava?
Is that like a guava that's been sitting in my sock drawer for like a month?
Maybe.
I don't know if I like that. I'm afraid. All right, let's move on. Burning hot takes. Craig, go. What do you got?
Okay, so for me, my question to you, because now there's been some firings.
Yeah,
the Titans,
right? It's week 6.
Week 6, the Titans fire their coach, former offensive coordinator of the Bengals, Brian Callahan. But then there was a rumor that the Browns coach also got fired, but he did not get fired. So my question to you is, and I think we had this discussion a few weeks ago because we were looking at team schedules.
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins, the 1-5 Miami Dolphins are playing the 1-5 Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
After this game, one of these teams, unless they tie, one of these teams will be 1-6.
Yep.
Is the coach of the 1-6 team getting fired after this game?
Honestly, I think you should fire them both now.
I'm okay with that too.
This is the time to do it. Let them go into this week. It's too late now. It's Wednesday. But, yeah. Listen, the locker rooms have given up on this guy. Stefanski has lost the locker room. He clearly has not been able to maintain the momentum. And you can say the same thing, not McDaniel. What the hell is the guy's name in Miami? Is it McDaniel? McDaniel, right? Okay, yeah. I always think of the other McDaniel, the one that Tom Brady loves. It's not the same guy. He's lost his locker room. His quarterback is making media appearances saying, yeah, people are showing up late for meetings. I don't
he apologized for that. I guess they got mad at him.
But the best part was other players responded, bro, you're always late for meetings too.
There's that too. Yes.
So it's like the worst employee you have stands up and goes, man, I look around this place and I don't know what's going on. You're part of it.
Yes.
You're fucking part of it. So yeah, it's should they be fired? Yes. Will they be fired? Probably not. Cleveland is notorious for, just not giving a shit, paying out a person's contract because they've got nothing to play for at this point, right?
Yeah, just to draft another quarterback, I guess. This is, so what is this? The 40th quarterback they've had since like the 90s? I thought somebody shared it on our podcast thread. Did you see the guy with all the names on the back of his jersey? Yeah, no, I saw one where like someone put up Halloween decorations or like gravestones with Browns quarterbacks.
There is a dude who bought a Browns jersey like 25 years ago. I can't remember who it was, but every time they change the starting quarterback, he adds the name patch to the back. So his entire back is covered with name patches. I think it's a Tim Couch jersey. And it's all covered in patches of I'll have to find it and send it to you. It's bizarre. It's just like, whatever. One of my I won't call him, I say close friends. I make it sound like I'm already drunk. Like, I know this guy a long time. I'm on my second beer. One of the guys I communicate with through my streaming on Twitch, by the way, only Howard Moon on Twitch, by the way, is a guy who goes by the screen name Bofer, and he is a Cleveland Browns fan. And every year at the draft, we're like, Bofer, is this the year the Browns make a move? And every year he's like, they're still the Browns. So I hope so, but no. As a matter of fact, the name of his fantasy team in our league is Maybe This Year. and I'm facing him this week, and my lineup is decimated by injuries. So I wrote to him and was like, everyone's dead on my team. Enjoy the carnage. And he wrote back something very interesting. And I just want to share it really quick.
Yeah.
He said, I don't think I've seen this many injuries before. A quarter of the league is injured and another quarter is questionable week to week. And we're going to get into this in our main segment. But it's just So I look at this game. The Browns don't care. The Dolphins don't care. Nobody cares. Like, the real punishment is if you have tickets to this game.
Yeah, or if that's the only game on your cable.
Which is a possibility, too. I don't know what the schedule looks like right now. We live literally an hour and a half away from Manhattan and 3 hours from Boston. So depending on any given day, there's 3 local teams between the Patriots, Jets, and Giants that could preempt all that stuff. You ain't got that in freaking Cleveland.
No, you have the Browns.
They're not.
I guess who else would they watch?
I guess the Bengals, because they're both Ohio.
Maybe the Colts or the Titans. Maybe, I don't know.
Now look at Miami. Who are they going to preempt you for? Jacksonville, Tampa Bay? No.
Yeah.
No. This smells like a game that is going to be so boring in the third quarter. They decide to throw you to a more interesting game.
Yeah.
Which they can only do in certain circumstances. I get it, but this might be one of those moments where it's just like, we got to do it. We got to do it. So, I honestly hope for both these franchises. I'm already looking at playoff odds right now.
Mm-hmm.
On ESPN, they have the playoff odds up by team. And the Browns and the Dolphins both have a 2% chance to make the playoffs. The only teams worse are the Jets, whose coach is already on the hot seat, and the Titans, who fired their coach this week.
That's crazy. It's only week 7.
On the NFC side, the only team under 5% is the New Orleans Saints. And everyone knew they were going to struggle this year. This isn't news. They're in rebuilding. So their coach is probably safe. But yeah, it's crazy. All right, for you. Mm-hmm. We have excellent news from the genius of the universe, the great Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Went on record about how much he hates playing on Thursday night. Okay. Saying we all know why they do it. It's about making money. I need to run down the hall, if you know what I mean. Craig, when did you realize that playing games on Thursday night was about making money? And are you impressed by the genius of Aaron Rodgers?
Let's see. First, when did I notice? Probably not. I mean, I'm sure probably not long after they started doing Thursday night games, because I remember when, it was Sunday and then Monday night, and then that was it. So them having Thursday games was like a huge, like, oh my God, football's going to be on 3 times a week moment, which is cool for fans. Don't get me wrong. But I can understand why players don't like it. I know the source sent us that study that said that statistically speaking, injuries haven't really occurred more because Thursday night games are a thing, but it's still like a toll on the people who have to play, like at least mentally. And I'm sure there's injuries that don't go on reported, that don't get reported.
Absolutely.
As far as Aaron Rodgers noticing, I'm glad he noticed. That's good. I'm glad he noticed that. I don't know where
seriously, how long did it take him to get to this point, though? This is not news.
This is not news. This is not at all. It's not news at all. How long did it take? I don't know. He might be mad at the league for something else, or like the NFL union for something else. And then he just said this instead of what he's really bothered about.
Wait, let me jump in for a second. Are you suggesting Aaron Rodgers sometimes carries a grudge?
Sometimes. Maybe not a lot, but sometimes.
Okay. Just, I want to make that clean. I always thought that he went into these huts in the desert and came out completely blessed, like once a year, and everything was fine. So,
yeah. Well, I think he only lasts it's like a tank of gas. So he has to go back. He has to go back in the shed at the end of the year to refresh himself.
Craig just compared Aaron Rodgers' mental health to gas tanks, and he's so right. Oh my God. Oh, that's insane. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get on to our main topic tonight, which is just Craig and I are old enough to remember when NFL films every year would put out a video summarizing a team's year, right?
Yes.
Even the worst team in the league. And they always had these like uplifting titles.
Yep.
So like the Tampa Bay Bucks would go 4-12, and it would be, this is the story of the 1993 Tampa Bay Bucks. Hope to build on. And that would be the name of the video. Tampa Bay Bucks, hope to build on. And then you'd get like the Super Bowl champion be like, the Green Bay Packers return to brilliance. All these things, but always hopeful. You could be a tire fire. And they would find some way to make it sound hopeful. At the 1/3 mark of the season, I would have to say the NFL Films guy would go, the 2025 NFL season. What the fuck?
Yes.
Because nothing is where it should be.
No.
The defending Super Bowl champions are 4-2. Okay. The team they beat is 3-3. The league has no unbeaten teams.
Nope.
Has 3 teams with 1 loss, but one of those teams has a tie.
Yep.
And the 2 teams that are 5-1 are the fucking Bucks and the fucking Colts.
And
I'm sorry, 4 teams with 1 loss. I forgot about the Steelers.
And the Jaguars.
And the Jags. Where are the Jags? The Jags are 4-2.
Yep.
But if you on your bingo card had the AFC South would have 2 playoff teams at the end of 6 weeks, and the Colts and the Jaguars, I want some of what you're smoking.
And the New England Patriots are atop the AFC East.
The New England East are tied for first in the AFC East. The only team over 500 in the AFC North is the Steelers.
Yep. The Ravens are 1-5.
The Ravens are 1-5. The Giants are a half game behind the Cowboys. And the entire NFC North is over 500.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess not really shocking. Everyone in San Francisco is injured. Except Christian McCaffrey, which is weird.
Christian McCaffrey. The one guy who's hurt every year is like, man, I don't know what's going on. George Kittle went down. That's never happened before. It happens every year. You're just not normally around this point to see it. Oh, I didn't know that part. Sorry, buddy. This is chaos. So let's talk about the chaos.
Sure.
Number 1, Craig. Top of your head. By the way, Craig has no idea what I'm about to ask right now. I did not prep him other than I said to him, we are going to talk about the what the fucks of this season. What teams, record-wise and performance-wise, regardless of injury, you can say, well, injuries cause it. I don't care. Or injuries didn't cause it. What team has vastly underperformed in your view? And I think I know what you're going to say, but go for it.
Vastly underperformed.
Who should be way better than their record is? Should be, not is, because we all know there's Parcells famously said you are what your record says you are. But we know there are teams out there that are 2-3 that are better than 2-3, but they've played a hard schedule. Yeah. I'm saying throw all of that out the window.
Yep.
What team are you looking at and you're saying, holy crap, there's no way I thought this team would be where they are right now record-wise?
Badly.
In a bad way.
In a bad way? Excuse me. There's so many options.
There is. There's one that jumps out to me.
There's 3. I guess they're all tied.
All right, go for it.
So the first one is the Cowboys. I'm shocked the Cowboys are 2-3-1. I really thought.
I'm shocked they tied a game.
I'm shocked they tied. I didn't think they would only have 2 wins at this point. I know I make fun of the Cowboys all the time, but that's more for the playoffs.
We do.
That's more the playoff Cowboys. Regular season Cowboys are usually okay.
Yep.
And then it has to be going back to the AFC North, the Bengals and Ravens record combined, they have 3 wins.
Right.
If you told me that in August, I would have thought you were drunk. If you said to me by week 7, if you told me by week 7 in July, by week 7, the Bengals and the Ravens would only have 3 wins, I would have just bought you another beer because I would just assumed you were drunk enough already that another beer wouldn't have mattered.
More so that both teams have been outscored. The Bengals have a -80 differential, and the Ravens have a negative 50.
Yep.
Well, both their quarterbacks are hurt. Yeah, they're not. They are quarterback-led and quarterback-dependent teams. Yes, but both of them have exceptional running games, have really good wide receivers and good tight ends, and can overcome that to the point where they should not be combining for a 25% win rate.
Exactly.
We saw a video today that I'll just talk about really briefly. People say this to me all the time. If I could go back in time, this is what I would do differently, my fantasy draft. No, you wouldn't. Not this year.
No.
And in the video, the guy's future self walks through a vortex and goes, hey, I know you're going into your draft. I'm you from the future. Do me a favor. I'm going to tell you some things to avoid. Don't draft Derrick Henry. Draft Cam Scatterbo. And I looked at that and I went, first off, I would think, what the hell is in my beer? I'm hallucinating. And then I would tell this guy, I would shoot this guy in the head. Mm-hmm. I would say, doppelganger, get out of my house. I would shoot him in it. There's no way I believe that guy.
Right? Like,
there's no way I would believe that guy.
My first pick was Brian Thomas Jr. in our home league. This past week was the first time that he performed the way people thought he would be playing all year.
And his team's 4-2.
Yes. It's wild.
He should be racking up points. He should be.
He's not.
So I agree. I'm gonna add. So I gotta look for somebody else because you've already brought up some 3 really good teams. Teams that have vastly underperformed. The Cowboys are interesting because if you play in New Jersey, the Cowboys can beat you. If you don't, they can't. Their only 2 wins are against the Giants and the Jets, and they only beat the Giants by 3. And that game, by the way, was in overtime.
Yeah,
and I know that game was in overtime. let me tell you really quickly the story about this game. I at halftime I put money on the Cowboys because they were trailing the Giants. I think it was like 2.5. Cowboys plus 2.5 and the over. And my wife says to me, "Don't forget, we're having dinner with my sister and her kids tonight because her husband's away and she wants to get the kids out of the house." And I'm like, "Oh, God damn it. Freaking game's on. I want to watch." Yeah. We go to a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
And my sister-in-law, I immediately see a TV over the bar that's got the Giants-Cowboys game on it. And I see our table, and I realize if I sit on the right side of this table, I have a clear line of sight for the TV. My sister-in-law, just by default, heads to the right side of the table.
Okay.
And I go to sit on that side as well. And my 6-year-old nephew elbows me out of the way and says loudly, "Football's on. I want to see the TV," and sits down in the chair I was about to take.
Listen, kid.
Now there's 5 of us. So there's 3 chairs on the side of the table. So I have an opportunity to take the other chair. And as I reach out for it, my niece slips into it and goes, "I want to sit next to my brother."
Listen, kid.
And I think my wife read my face because she went, "We'll sit on the other side of the table. It's fine." And I went, she's like, "It's fine." I'm like, "Okay." So I sat with my back to the TV. I'm talking with my family, and my nephew is staring at the TV. No. You don't get away with this shit. I engaged him. His name is Jake. "Jake, how's school?" "Huh? Look at me when I'm talking to you." "Jake, how is school?" And the look on his face was like, "You son of a bitch. You crafty old bastard. Yeah, I'm going to make you look at me. You are not getting, you stole my seat and you made it." And then the game ends and the Cowboys win in overtime 40-37. By the way, I win that bet on that kick. And He looks at me and goes, "Hey, Uncle B, the late game is the Chiefs." And he just smiles with this shit-eating grin saying, "Don't you wish you could see the TV right now, old man?" Yeah, you do. Get fucked. It was epic. But I was so angry. But that's what I'll remember about that game forever. But yeah, so if you're not the Giants or the Jets, the Cowboys can't beat you. They have losses to Philly, Chicago, and Carolina.
The Carolina game was crazy.
And they weren't close in the Chicago game. They lost that game 31-14.
Yeah, they did. They did lose handedly. Handedly, yeah.
Not close. You know what? I'm drawing a complete blank on his name. The defender they traded, was it Micah Parsons?
Yes, he traded the Packers.
Yeah, great job. You haven't given up less than 20 points all year. Every game.
Yeah, their defense, like, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a hit, but they are a completely different defense without him. And it's clear. It clearly shows.
And the worst part of this, Craig, is that in the middle of November, they have to play the Cardinals at home, and then they have to go to Vegas. So there's going to come this mid-season surge of hope where they could be 2-5-1. Then all of a sudden they're 4-5-1 going into like Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
And everyone's like, oh my God, they're back. Except they got to play Philadelphia at home the week before Thanksgiving. And then on Thanksgiving Day, they're playing the fucking Chiefs.
Are they?
Yep. So this is going to become the who decides to show up bowl because the Chiefs are inconsistent. I've had more consistent bowel movements than the Chiefs this year. So it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Now, let's talk about the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna because we spent so much time on the Cowboys. I'm just gonna say the Cowboys. Who has surprised you in a way you could not have predicted this year positively?
Positively, I cannot, again, if you told me in July that the Colts were going to be 5-1,
right?
I would buy you another beer again because I would think you were drunk. And you told me it was because of Daniel Jones.
Right? Fucking Daniel Jones. By the way, everybody, I was right about Daniel Jones 4 years late.
See, you would make an amazing scout.
How many times on this podcast or in conversations did you and I have that I said Daniel Jones is going to make it fucking happen? And every year people were like, oh, you're fucking insane. You're right. I was fucking insane. And the year I was like, you know what? He's a backup now. He's another talent. I give up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I officially gave up on Anthony Richardson this year. So if he changes teams in the offseason, buy every share of Anthony Richardson in 2026 you can get.
Okay, so here's the thing with Anthony Richardson. I think the universe is trying to send him clear messages. He should no longer play in the NFL.
Now, you've said that about another cult quarterback, and that was Andrew Luck.
Yes.
What is it about the universe, like, selecting cult quarterbacks?
I don't know, but did you see what happened to him this week? To Richardson this week?
Who, Luck? Oh, Richardson? No. Oh, yeah. He got an orbital socket fracture?
So he was using a exercise band, and it broke or snapped and hit him in the face and broke his orbital socket. I'm like...
So...
The universe just does not want him to play in the NFL. Just accept it at this point. You've made a lot of money for your own safety. I would say just do... You can still be in the NFL, but just don't play. Don't be a player. Just do something else.
Let's start the rumor that the Colts are cursed with quarterbacks they draft. We'll call it Peyton's curse, because every quarterback they've drafted since Peyton Manning.
Who has been? What's their quarterback list after Peyton?
Wasn't it Andrew Luck? Didn't they go straight to Luck, or they spent a year with somebody else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on. We're going to NFL. Indianapolis. I'm a beer and a half fan. Indy Colts.
What's the other beer you're drinking? It's the same one.
QB stats. I had a road to room before we started.
Okay, I got the list here.
Yeah, I got their list of starting quarterbacks too. Okay, so all right. They spent a year with Jacoby Brissett. That's right. They spent a year with Jacoby Brissett before going to Andrew Luck, and then Andrew Luck was like, you know what? Peace out. I'm done. No. I'm sorry. Curtis Painter. Dan Orlovsky?
Yeah, your buddy. Your UConn buddy. Actually, when we went to the UConn game all those years ago, was that him that was the quarterback at the time?
Depends on which one we went to. I had season tickets for a while.
Yeah, it was early 2000s, so maybe.
It might have been, or it might have been the year after. Okay, but they went Manning. Then they had 2011 with Curtis Painter, Dan Orlovsky, and Kerry Collins. They drafted Luck. Luck played 3 full seasons, then got hurt. So that was Hasselbeck, who they did not draft. Then Luck came back. Then it was Jacoby Brissett again because Luck didn't retire yet. Jacoby Brissett because Luck got hurt again. Again, somebody that didn't draft. Then Andrew Luck had a full season in 2018. What is this shading? I'm on Wikipedia. Oh, Pro Bowl season. You realize Andrew Luck, on every year he started 16 games, he made the Pro Bowl?
He was good when he wasn't hurt.
All 4 years. All 4 years, he didn't miss a game to injury. He started the Pro Bowl. So then Luck retires. They go Brissett, who they didn't draft. Phillip Rivers, they didn't draft. Carson Wentz, they didn't draft. Matt Ryan, they didn't draft. Gardner Minshew, they didn't draft. Anthony Richardson, they did draft.
Yep.
So every quarterback they've drafted since Peyton Manning has had some sort of misery with injury.
Yep.
But it's hard to say that because Luck lasted like 7 or 8 years and had 4 Pro Bowl seasons. So it's hard to say. But yeah, something's Anthony Richardson's definitely cursed. Just saying. You know what? We are going to. Are you okay, Craig, if we forego America's favorite game and DFS picks this week?
Sure, that's okay with me.
Because we're having a good time with this. We can do like 1 or 2 more questions before we get to final thoughts. And frankly, I'm just going to tell you right now, Commanders Cowboys is a 55.5. Bucks Lions is a 53.5. Draft people off of there. Okay.
What's the lowest game?
It was like 42.
Oh, all right.
So can we have a conversation there?
Sure.
Vegas has been abysmally wrong this year, and not even close. It's not like the line's 41 and the combined score is 40. We're talking about like the line is 42.5, and all of a sudden it's 35-38 is your final score, and you're like, that's fucking double. What is going on with this season? Can we still trust Vegas lines at all?
This year, no. I think if you're betting, I would say look at what they give you and then pick. If you're gonna
get bonuses.
Get bonuses or do like alternate lines or just do a money line because if
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Like if you really think like, I don't know, one of these games like these games are weird. Like Seattle's going to beat Houston. Like I would do a money line on that. But doing like over under bets this year is insane to me.
So we talked about the Cowboys, and the Cowboys can't give up less than 20 points, right?
Right.
So Commanders Cowboys of 55.5. I'm just looking at their previous games. Hold on a second. Bear with me. Okay. In their 6 games, the combined score has been under 55 twice. The Philly game was a 44, and the Chicago game was a 45. That game, and it is divisional, which Craig always points out is fair to point out. That game feels like 10-7 to me.
If that was the final score, I would be like, yep, yeah.
or you know what? Well, the Cowboys are incapable of not giving up 20 points. The final score is 20-7, and you're still way under. I feel like lines are completely irrelevant this year. And that's sad because we have in the past reliably relied on them. Okay. Maybe I should open another beer, but maybe I should. We have used them as a reliable indicator of fantasy production. I don't feel like this year it's accurate at all, which says to me one of a couple of things. Either the people setting lines are insane, because we know algorithms control the betting moves, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Vegas is going to start off at plus 2.5. Everybody pours a shit ton of money on Vegas, and all of a sudden it's plus 1.5. More money pours in on Vegas, plus 0.5. More money. They have algorithms to kind of balance out risk, right? But it also feels like the people who are betting and who are moving lines with large bets don't have the faintest fucking clue what they're betting on.
No. Since betting has taken pretty much over everything, like now people people are just betting on everything.
Yes.
Like I see so many ads like on Instagram now for picks. Not to say that I don't look at what some of these people pick. But it's like, I remember like 2 seasons ago, I would see like a couple here and there, and they would be like giant, like big time shark or whale bettors, you know?
Right.
But now it's like, I see there's probably at least 10 that Instagram shows me that I've never heard of. It just randomly shows me because I look, you look at one and then it shows you like 10 more.
And you know what I think it is? I think it's like you're alluding to. It's market saturation. There's as many guys out there today saying you've got to take the over in the Cowboy Commander game as there are saying you have to take the under in the Cowboy Commander game.
Yep.
And the end result is the whales and the sharks and the common bettor are all countering each other. And so nobody really knows at all what's going to happen.
Yep. Yeah. It's betting is very, I feel like betting this year is way harder than it has been the last few years.
We've been doing this now for 9 years. This is our 9th season.
Yep.
I have never had a losing season. Between sports betting and DFS, I have had break-even seasons where literally I ended up like at the end I keep a ledger. And it's on a piece of paper, like old timey, like gigantic book, like Scrooge and Bob Cratchit level shit. And I think my worst year I was up like $4.27, something like that, some absurd number. But, and I consider that even, just for the sake of argument. If you don't win at least 10% or at least 5%, you call that even. But this year I'm down, and I don't see a rebound that's going to cover my losses. Now I'm not. Oh, how much you down, Britt? Well, I'm down $27,000. No. I do small time amounts, but I look at where I am past years, and I say to myself, the way this season is trending, I don't see myself getting back to even, because even if I win a bunch of really good bets, this year is just so freaking unpredictable.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well. You know what? Honestly, if you have one of the AI apps, just ask it for a bet.
You know what?
You'll do just
That's what
as
I'm going
good.
to do this week.
Pick one. Like, there's several AI apps, not just ChatGPT. Ask it. You know what? Ask all 4 of them, 5 of them. See what it says.
If they agree,
yeah. But the one thing I have noticed some people doing is they're like trying to do like ladder bets. So
what's a ladder bet?
So basically, their idea is you start off at like a bet with that's $5 or $10, and all you're doing is doing like a plus 100 or plus 150 bet. So you're basically just doubling your money on the bet.
Okay.
But you're picking like lower end bets, like like Jamar Chase will have over 30 yards, and this guy will have 2 or more catches, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier. You make like easier to hit parlays, and then you take whatever you win, then you take your $10 and then you do it again. And the goal is to do it for 10 weeks.
Gotcha.
And then the goal is to do it for like 10 bets, not weeks, really.
I know what you're calling a ladder bet. I've been taught is called reinvesting.
Yeah, there you go. Same idea.
Mm-hmm. Exact same concept.
So this is pretty popular because it's not. Now, I'm not one to shy away from a plus 58,000 parlay. That's fine. But the
That's true.
Plus 100 to 150, maybe 200, those are, yes, it's a lower return, but you're basically doubling your money for things that most likely will happen. Like, yes, this Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for over 100 yards, stuff like that.
So while you were talking, I just asked ChatGPT to give me 4 best bets for week 6.
Okay.
And it absolutely did give me 4 bets.
Okay.
And I actually may parlay this. You want to hear this really quick, and then we'll wrap up?
Sure.
Colts minus 6.5 against the Cardinals. I like that.
Okay.
I can see that. Cowboys minus 3 against the Panthers. Wait, didn't they already lose the Panthers?
Who is it?
They did.
Oh, you got to tell it the week.
ChatGPT. I did.
Oh.
This is what I asked ChatGPT. Based on the current lines, give me 4 best bets for the NFL in week 6. and it gave me Cowboys -3 against the Panthers. That game was last week. Oh my God. Was the Colt game last week? Did the Colts play the Cardinals last week? If they did, I'm going to shit myself.
Let me see. I closed the schedule page I had open.
I'm opening it right now.
Okay.
Yes, they did. Oh my God, ChatGPT is giving me games from last week. Okay, so according to ChatGPT, bet the Colts, the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Seahawks because apparently they're all going to cover last week, which is funny because the Cowboys didn't cover that game, and it's 7 days later, and AI still doesn't know that.
Okay, so I asked an AI.
Oh, wait, am I in the wrong week? Is this week 7?
Yes, this week 7.
This is week 7.
So it was right.
Oh.
Okay, so you want to hear the one I got?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 4-leg parlay, which depending when you do this bet, it's like plus 165 or plus 185.
Okay.
So here we go. Chargers money line versus the Colts. Interesting.
Ooh.
The Browns money line over the Dolphins because they are playing at home, and the Browns are better at home. And
I wouldn't touch that game though. Who knows? The bad teams, I wouldn't touch it.
True. Aaron Rodgers over 216.5 passing yards versus the Bengals, which is highly likely. And because the Bengals secondary is terrible. And
yeah, but if that game's not close, he's not going to throw a lot.
And Jamar Chase over 70.5 yards.
That I would take because of that game. So that is relying on the Bengals Steelers game to be close. Do you know what the current line on that game is? Because I don't.
I do not.
All right, so I corrected ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So I don't like those bets because I don't like the Steelers-Bengals game at all. I want to try to avoid it. So ChatGPT is saying you should take the Broncos -7 against the Giants.
Okay.
Vikings +1.5 versus the Eagles.
Okay.
Chiefs -11.5 versus the Raiders. Absolutely not. The Raiders always play the Chiefs tough. It could still be a blowout, but no. And then the last recommendation is the under. Rams Jaguars under 44.5. I like that one better.
Okay, I had because personally I don't like betting on Bengals games because it's painful for me. Okay, so I had to do a new one.
Take the Bengals out.
I had to do a new one. Okay, so here's the new 5-leg parlay. That's damn it. Hey, go back. Okay. All right. So Patriots -7 over the Titans. Yeah.
I'll take that.
The Chiefs -12 versus the Raiders.
Absolutely not. We just discussed it.
Lions -5.5 at the Bucks.
Ooh. I like that.
Travis Etienne under 15.5 carries.
Yeah, I like that too.
And then Rashee Rice over 46.5 yards receiving.
You drop that at 25 and I'm on board with the entire parlay.
All right.
The problem with the Chiefs is that Patrick Mahomes will throw to anyone.
Even the camera guy.
Anyone. Yes. Sometimes intentionally the camera guy. And then appeals to the ref that he wants the yardage for it. So, God, are we gonna be replaced by AI?
Yeah. It's, you know what? All it's really doing, at least in this case, all it's doing is looking at a bunch of websites we would have looked at and then deciding what to bet on. So it's really just taking that part out of it. So maybe not really.
During the off season, should we do an AI generated episode?
I mean, we can try it. Why not?
I mean, it would just be drunk slurring and like crazy predictions, right? I mean,
and arguing about the pros and cons of artificial turf.
You are artificial turf. All right. Anyway, final thoughts. We're way over time. Craig, what do you got for this week? What's your final thought?
My final thought is I don't really have one because as of week 7 in the NFL in 2025, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
That's it. That's exactly what I was going to go with. I was going to go with, you want to play DFS this week? Good luck to you. You want to bet in the NFL this week? Good luck to you. I'm going to stand over here in the corner drink beer and watch football and just enjoy the game as my parents did in the 70s because I don't know what the fuck is happening anymore.
With a TV dinner. That sometimes my dad would have a TV dinner watching football.
Ooh, okay, all right. TV dinner. What's your favorite TV dinner? Give me what it doesn't have to be a brand.
You know, when I was a kid,
yeah.
I absolutely loved the Salisbury steak dinner.
Oh my god, that's what I was gonna go with too.
And it has the mashed potatoes, and I think it had corn and peas, and then it had that brownie. Yep. That brownie was ridiculously good. I don't know why.
Corn and peas or green beans, either or sometimes carrots.
Yep.
But yes. Oh god, now I want a fucking Salisbury steak. It's just a goddamn hamburger covered in gravy.
Pretty much. I don't even remember I may have been 10 years old last time I ate one.
Do you remember? We were old enough to remember, I think. Well, I am. I don't know about you. Do you remember the steakhouse craze of like the 70s and 80s? Ponderosa, Ground Round, American Steakhouse in our area.
Yep.
But there used to be one where the Panera is in Fairfield, Connecticut, was a steakhouse.
Oh, before Uno's.
Like it closed and like a year later Uno's moved in. Yeah. But it used to be like, it wasn't an American Steakhouse. God damn. The source remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I used to go there and get the goddamn chopped steak covered in gravy all the goddamn time. It was like a cafeteria line, like you got a tray and you told somebody, I'd like the chopped steak, please, with gravy. And they'd be like, okay. And they'd give you like a little number on a stick.
Yep.
And then you'd slide down and there'd be like a bunch of desserts and there'd be a bunch of sides. You'd grab your sides and you'd get to the end of it. And then like some lady would kind of, you've got 2 mashed potatoes, 1 green bean. I see a Salisbury steak. I miss that shit. I really do. There is still. Should we organize our next planning meeting at an American Steakhouse?
You know, we might as well. So people that don't know what the hell we're talking about, American Steakhouse is a local chain. Now there's only I think there's only 2 or 3 left.
There's 2 or 3 of them left. Bridgeport and Waterbury, definitely.
And there's one in Norwalk, so 3. Basically, it's fast food steaks. So basically, you go there, you get a tray. There's a bunch of steaks with numbers up on the wall. You're like, I want a number 3 steak,
medium,
T-bone medium, and you slide your tray down, like Britt was saying, and they cook your steak. And then you get sides, and I don't know if they still have the salad bar after COVID, but yeah.
Oh,
and all you can eat dessert. There was a dessert bar.
Free popcorn.
Yep. Oh, and they had the you get like popcorn shrimp. Yep.
So basically, it was a cafeteria steakhouse hybrid.
Yes.
All right. So Ascension, Sean, I know you're listening to this. We're doing this. No more fancy bars. No more good places like Dockside that has food and beverages. We're going to go to American Steakhouse in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and do our next. Oh God, we're all going to die.
Yes.
You know what though? That's my final thought. Eat at a steakhouse. Just do it.
There you go.
You know what else you should do? You should leave us a review wherever you found us. Most likely on Apple, but any of the podcast listeners, leave us a review. We really appreciate it. And you should reach out to us. The best way to do that, believe it or not, is email because social media sucks. Email us. We're fignutsdfs@gmail.com. That's D as in Daniel, like Daniel Jones. Fignutsdfs@gmail.com. Craig, I'm going to go pass out. I've had a good time chatting with you, but I got to use the bathroom and pass out. All right. So go have a good week. I will see you Saturday for Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until then, everybody, my name is Britt.
I'm Craig.
And we are the Football Fignuts Podcast. Oh, by the way, hi, Deb, even though you're on a cruise.